Right, so we're live this morning. It is 5:10 in the morning on Saturday, the 30th of June 2018. Thank you very much for joining me. If you're joining me for the first time, welcome. I hope you find something that you like, something that you find interesting, something you can actually disagree with, because I love it when people disagree with me on these videos, because it gives me something to talk about back. You know, it's called conversation. I love it. But today I want to have a quick talk about the kindness of others, because I was shocked the day before. I should have actually mentioned this in yesterday's post that I done on Facebook, but I didn't. So the kindness of others, it shocks me to the core in a good way, because it's so rare nowadays to find people just being kind and selfless. It just doesn't happen anymore. Look at this squiffy bit of hair. It just doesn't happen anymore. People being kind for the sake of being kind. It's so rare, you know. It needs to happen more. So basically, I was driving my bus, as I often do, and I was in the Westminster area by Big Ben. Yes, for those of you who don't know, I drive around some really nice parts of London in my bus every day. But I was coming up to Big Ben, and I was stuck in a little bit of traffic. The air conditioning on my bus was not working. I've had to put an announcement out to the entire bus apologising for the heat, which went along these lines. Very good afternoon, everybody. This is the driver. Please accept my apologies for the heat on the bus. The air conditioning is switched on, however it's not working currently. This fault has been reported, so hopefully it'll get fixed within the next year, which people found quite funny. They appreciated that, and they appreciated the fact that I said something. Then again, once again, please accept my apologies if you are excessively hot and made uncomfortable. Whatever. Anyway, I'm still stuck in this traffic. I'm coming up to a set of traffic lights. It's not moving anywhere. And this lady, she behind me, she calls to me and she goes, "Driver, can you open the door, please?" Now, I'm not allowed to open the doors away from the bus stop and away from the curb, for safety's sake, because motorcyclists can go down the inside of the left-hand side of the bus and can knock you over. It does happen. I've seen it happen many times. So I've just said to the lady, "I'm terribly sorry, madam. I can't open the door there, unfortunately." She went, "Driver, I think you should open the door." I said, "Madam, I really can't open the door." So she goes to the front of the bus. She opens the door herself. And then I realise what she's doing. There's a man standing by Westminster Station, and he's giving away free bottles of ice cold drink from Pret-a-Manger, whatever. I can't pronounce it. I do apologise if that's pissed people off. I'm such an uncultured Philistine. But I realised what she was doing, so I'm not going to close the door on her, because she clearly needs a drink. But she's grabbed a couple of bottles of this juice, and within 5 seconds, easily 5 seconds, she's got back on the bus and she's closed the door behind her, which is, again, so rare. The fact that she's got back on the bus and closed the door behind her, I thought, do you know what, I'll let her have that. You know, she's let herself off the bus, but I'll let her have that. That's fine, that's cool. She's closed the door behind her again. But this is where it shocked me, because what she'd done was she came straight up to me and went, "There you go, driver, I thought you might wanted a drink." You see? I didn't think that was going to happen. I'm welling up a little bit. It's shit like this which makes me happy. It really is. It's silly things like that which make our day. You know, just little small acts of kindness. To be fair, it makes us happy when we hear the word thank you. But when I'm sitting in a cab that's not air conditioned and I have to have the window open, sucking in diesel fumes, for a stranger to be so kind like that, you know, it's amazing. I actually said to her, "You are one amazing woman, thank you," because I'm not allowed to do that. I'm not allowed to get out the cab for any reason unless I get to the bus stand to check for lost property. I'm not allowed to jump out and get the freebies that are on the street. I can't do that. I have to literally sit there and suffer. And this woman was an absolute amazing woman. I wish I'd got her name, to be fair, because I would have given her a call out. And to be fair, it was the best ice cold drink I've ever had. Lemon and ginger. It was ice cold, and you know when something just hits the spot, that's what it done. You see, it's such a nice feeling being on the receiving end of that much, that level of kindness. You know, I mean, I do try and be as kind as I can to other people as well. You know, I've been getting the train home lately because it is actually a hell of a lot more comfortable than using the bus, and it is air conditioned. But the train, every day I've been going there, I was seeing this homeless guy with a dog, and you know, you can't help it. You walk past the homeless guy, you look at him, but then you don't look at him. Like, you pretend you can't see him. That's it. But yeah, not yesterday, the day before again. Might have been 3 days ago actually. I got a bottle of water for this guy, and even if he didn't want it, I wanted him to give it to his dog, at least, because dogs being out in this heat is not great. No, it's not good for them. And as sod's law would have it, the one day that I was gonna, you know, give this bloke some water for him or his dog, or whoever wanted it, he weren't there. So, but no, I've done that a few times, you see. Being kind is nice. It's nice to be kind, you know, to not want anything in return, just to do something nice for other people. You know, it's so rare. I mean, like I said, I try and be as kind as I can just to other people, because being nice is nice and it's free. There's no reason to be horrible to anyone. You know, we all live on this planet together. Why can't we all just get along? I've said it in many videos. Why can we all not just get along? But this woman, she shocked me. She surprised me so much. I keep saying because I'm almost speechless. It doesn't happen very often on Chris's Real Talk. It's just so happy that she done that. I really, really am. She was such a nice lady. And if I see her again at any point, whether she has her bus pass or not, I will be taking her for free. that's a dead cert. That is going to happen. So yeah, that is what's going to happen. But in regards to other people being kind, I just think it just is so easy. It's so easy to be kind. However, sometimes it is easy to be kind to people that don't appreciate it either, as well. So it works both ways, you know, because if I really wanted to have been, I could have been the biggest arsehole. I could have closed that door on her, but I didn't. You know, I could have said to her, no, I can't take that, I don't like ginger or whatever, but I didn't, because I love ginger. And even if I didn't love ginger, I wouldn't say that, because I'm not an arsehole. But there are times where people are kind, and people on the receiving end of that kindness are complete arseholes. I mean, about 2 years ago, when I was down at Oxford Circus, I went into McDonald's, got myself breakfast. It was about 5:20 actually. I was on a really, really early turn, and I go into McDonald's and get myself the bagel breakfast meal. Got the coffee, hash brown, all the works. And there's a homeless guy sitting outside, and I've seen him there every day. He's there every day. In fact, I still see him around the area. Now I have a very low opinion of the guy, and he looked like he hadn't eaten in about 2 weeks. You know, dirty, scruffy, whatever. So I bought him breakfast. I didn't know what he wanted, didn't know what he liked, so I just got him a sausage and egg muffin with a coffee, with the hash brown, and a couple of tubs of ketchup in case he wanted ketchup. So I gave him this, right? And he opened the bag. Bearing in mind, I've parked my bus outside McDonald's. I've got on the bus after giving it to him, and I've started chowing down. And he thought I wasn't watching, but I couldn't help but just wonder. So he's opened the bag of these tasty treats, these McDonald's breakfast. He's took a sip of the coffee. Then he's got up, threw the coffee in the bin, and then he's thrown the rest of the breakfast in the bin. In the trash, in the rubbish. So, you know, that's gratitude for you. There you go. I mean, I still see that guy. My opinion of that guy has dropped drastically. You see, and it's the difference between being kind and being stupid, I suppose. Because I didn't know he was going to do that, but I learned from my mistakes. But there are people out there who ask for people to be kind all the time. There are people who beg professionally that prey on people's kindness. There are people out there who are clearly illegal immigrants, and what they do is they get a very undersized crutch and they lean over and pretend to walk as if they have a broken back while shaking a tin for money. Now, I don't agree with this. I'll never give these people money because their backs are not broken. My cousin had a broken back before he died. It's nothing to be taking the piss out of. And you'll see these men and women all over London, all with the same weird condition of a brochy-bacchiitis, shaking their tin, preying on the weak-minded, and then sitting there doing this, asking for money outside restaurants. These people, believe me, have more money than you. I've seen this. And the thing is, I've seen someone nick this bloke's coin jar. And yes, he can run like Linford Christie. So again, don't be suckered in to giving professional beggars money. Because even though you think you are doing a kindness and that you're being, you know, a nice human being, you are being a nice human being. Don't get me wrong, I'm not taking that away from you. But the people on the receiving end of it are not being nice human beings. They are taking advantage of you. You know, so there's a big difference between knowing when to hold off being so kind and generous. It's like people that ask me in Camberwell, where I work, have you got 20p for milk? Sorry. I'm sorry. Since when can you buy milk for 20p? You'd been better off saying to me, sorry, any chance you could help me out? I'm a little bit short for some milk. That's getting better. Failing that, I'll buy you some milk. Not a problem. It's relatively inexpensive. I'll buy you some milk. I'll buy you a litre of the stuff. I'll buy you 2 litres of milk if you really, 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 really need it. You see? But asking me for 20p for milk ain't gonna wash. I know what you want 20p for. You see, you're trying to save your pennies, and I know this person who asks because she is a very, very, very bad drug user. You know, because the second you pull out 20p, she'll say, any chance for £1? No. You see, homeless people, I've got so much respect for.
202 roadworks.
My car just spoke to me. I've got a lot of time and patience for genuinely homeless people, because a lot of homeless people actually make the choice to live on the streets because they like it. You see, and these are the people that are not going to go around begging, you know. But people that are homeless, that are literally down on their luck with nowhere to go, and you know, it's I actually do sympathise, because it's not a nice turn of events, you know. So I will do what I can to help when I can. So, you know, I need to. Oh, I've just found a parking space. Sorry. I tend to get excited when I find a parking space. Oh, yes. So, yeah, you know, so this lady on the bus, I wish I knew her name. She is an absolute credit to humanity. Such a lovely lady. I think she's an absolutely wonderful human being, and I think she's amazing. But kindness, it needs to carry on. People need to keep on being kind to each other. We really, really do. I mean, just imagine how great the place would be, how great the world would be if we all just had a little bit of kindness towards each other. Could you imagine that? Instead of picking out the differences we have with each other and disagreeing with everyone, just be kind. Humanity would be such a wonderful thing. I mean, we're going through Brexit here in the UK. You see, we can't agree on a deal for anything because, you know, Brussels in particular, don't want to agree to any of what we're proposing. Be kind. You see, we voted to leave in a democratic vote. I actually voted to leave for many different reasons. Not for the mainstream reasons people normally talk about. I voted because I want our country to be governed by itself, to, you know, set its own tax bracket. You know, there's many different benefits to Brexit, but they're making it very difficult for us to leave. They don't want us to leave because they want our money. You know, even when we leave, they want a divorce bill, which is ridiculous, you see. And the way I see it is, just be kind. We voted to leave. Let us go. You know, we don't want to be a part of your gang anymore. You know, just be kind and everyone's happier then. There's no arguments. There's no tension. Being kind is such a wonderful thing. The kindness of people can shock. It really can. And like I said, this woman that made a point of getting off my bus to go and get me a drink in the baking heat, you know, that nearly brought a tear to my eye. It really did. Because I wasn't expecting that level of kindness. I don't expect that level of kindness from anyone, to be fair. That it was such an amazing thing for her to do. So, you know, just think twice before arguing with people. Just imagine what it would be like if you just had a bit more patience and was just kind to people. You know, it get you a long way in life, make you a much better human being. Anyway, I'm Chris. You've been watching me on Chris's Real Talk. Thank you very much for joining me. If it's your first time, give it a thumbs up if you like it. If you don't like it, give it a thumbs down. I like the feedback. Please subscribe and share. Have a wonderful day.